Welcome to the new place. I'm so stoked. This took me all week to set up. And the best part is, when I raise this desk, you can't see any cables. Yeah, cables managed, dude. And the most important thing about this office is I have a door that's closed. Right now, I have guys installing a new heater and the door's closed. You guys can't even hear them installing the new heater. It's weird though, because they keep walking past my window and they're like, what is that guy doing? Well, I'm recording a YouTube video. I told them and they're just like, okay, cool, weirdo. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm here to talk about storage for the Series S, something I've covered multiple times, but my tune has changed. I have been on record multiple times saying that this guy, the Western Digital Black Drive, the 5 terabyte spinning disk hard drive, is the absolute best option for your Series S or Series X for that matter, because it is a ton of storage for not that much money. And if you were to get an SSD, you're pretty much dealing with the same situation, which is you're going to have to transfer on and off games, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to play Xbox Series S and Series X games. The most important thing to understand is that these two drive options function very, very similarly. You cannot play, and let me repeat, you cannot play, with the exception of one or two, Xbox Series S and X optimized games directly off the drive. So therefore, I've been like, yo, get the Western Digital spinning disk drive, spend, I don't know, $120 on 5 terabytes, and Bob's your uncle. You're good to go. And I haven't even considered the Seagate memory stick because it's so expensive. And really, you're gonna be spending 3-4 times the price for half the storage. That's right, $400 for 2 terabytes of storage on the Series S and Series X. Now, the benefits that come with that is it functions the same as internal storage. And if you have games on that specific card itself, you can unplug the card and put it into another device and you're good to go. So if you have multiple systems in the house, a Series X on your big TV, a Series S in your office, you can just unplug the thing and put it in your Series X and you're fine. Which, convenience-wise, that's pretty darn cool. In fact, that's really cool. And I think the coolest thing about the Seagate memory card is that you're able to play games really anywhere with that card. You just bring it with you. Now, the price has always been the problem. And when it comes to these types of memory solutions, and specifically the way that I play, and a lot of you guys play, we're multi-console gamers. Look, I got the ivory towers. Got my PlayStation. Okay, well, whatever. And as multi-console gamers, we are already spending so much money on all of our consoles and games that adding $200, $300, $400 just for a couple extra terabytes of storage is not worth it. Especially with on the PlayStation 5, you can increase the storage for a couple $100 and it functions the same as internal storage. Yeah, you can install an SSD on this sucker if you didn't know that. And if you did know that and you're looking for a cheap solution for that, actually linked below, I have options for you. They're all affiliate links, but Best Buy is running a deal right now, and that's pretty exciting, and it does help the channel. I do get a little bit of a cut from that. I think it's like 5 or 6%, and that does help a ton. But today, I want to excitingly share with you that Xbox has decided that Seagate isn't going to be their only option for expandable storage. Yes, Seagate is not the only option anymore. It isn't out yet. They're going to allow Western Digital to get on board. But before we get to that, I want to say that SSDs are now affordable. Yes, external SSDs. In fact, this guy right here, very, very common Samsung drive, 2 terabytes, you can now get for about $125 to $150. And I'm again going to link the sale down below. They're often on sale, now dropping in price, and you're seeing the sales of these for actual affordable prices. You can get a 4 terabyte external SSD for $250. Whereas before it was $300 to $400. We're finally at a point in tech and gaming where expandable storage is becoming more and more affordable. And I think that as someone who plays games a lot and does utilize this system and have to use external storage, SSDs are going to lighten the burden. Whereas before, transferring about 100 gigs takes about 10 minutes, on an SSD, you're chopping that down. Not to mention, load times are going to be even faster with games that you're playing that are not optimized off of that drive directly. Now, what I think is most important to consider here is that when you're playing games off of the drive, it does increase the load time. Now, it's not going to be so much so that you're going to be actually hurting, but you do feel it. So what I think is actually going to be the best option for you when it comes to affordability and, well, usability is going to be an SSD. I didn't think I'd get to this point. I didn't think they dropped the price that much. Now let's talk about Western Digital and their memory stick. And I was looking through and understanding what is going on here. And first off, the design is much better than the Seagate memory card, I think. Now it's not much difference, but it does look cooler. It is going to be branded as the Western Digital Black memory card. But what is even cooler about this is that it is cheaper. Now, as I read, it only looked like they're creating a 1 terabyte drive, which for the first year-ish of the Seagate memory card, that's all we had was 1 terabyte. But it looks like Western Digital will be developing that 1 terabyte, which leads me to ask the question, are they going to be creating a 2 terabyte, a 500 gig one? Are they going to actually be developing the full tiers list? Is Microsoft going to be opening this up to other brands to get on board with this memory card? And well, while I hope that they do open it up, I am fully and 100% on board with Western Digital. They are the company that I rely on the most for drives and gaming. I've always used Western Digital, but what should you choose? Should you wait for the Western Digital? And I think, well, let's break down the advantages of having a memory card. The memory card as it stands is a device that allows you to play games off of it, just like the internal storage. You're gonna have quick resume. You won't have to worry about any sort of transferring between the devices. You will be able to just play games. You basically will be taking your internal storage and just increasing that, and you are good. And the benefit of having the card, as I said before, is it allows you to transfer that card to another system by just plugging it in, and you're able to continue playing a game or play a game on a different device. And that is extremely convenient. And so that is why I think the actual memory card situation, the memory card development is really, really good. It excites me because that is the gaming solution I think is the best, the most experience rich, the absolute most barrier-free gaming solution. And when it comes to playing video games, we do not want to have barriers. And that's why personally I own all three. I don't want to have to worry about, well, I can't play God of War because I don't have a PlayStation 5. Oh, darn it. I can't play the new Tears of Kingdom because I don't have a Nintendo Switch. So again, as a multi-console gamer, just like you guys, it is imperative that these companies develop ways for me to play video games, or for us to play video games, that are going to be as seamless as possible. And if you're someone who is looking for options and you don't know what's going to be the best for you, I hope that this helps you decide where to go. I think SSDs are the way to go. I think that they're actually going to be offering a better gaming experience. But if you're not sold yet, I have another video right here that could help you out. This is me probably talking about the Western Digital Black Drive and how SSDs are a waste of money, which I have since changed my tune. But I still believe this to be true as well. Well, that's enough for me. Keep it sexy and happy gaming.